Hello, and so today I want to show you two things that I do to help stay healthier, keep from getting sick. So, by the way, if you haven't seen my other videos, my name is Candace, and please check out my channel and go to the intro video and you'll understand what my channel is all about. But anyway, in this video, we are going to talk about two things. And one is how to sanitize stuff with this thing, and masks. Masks have been all the rage in, well, at least from what I've seen on the internet. So maybe you already know about that. But I know in my last video, I had mentioned about sanitizing my phone. And so this thing here, let me see if I can switch this around so I can show you better. Okay, so it looks just like a box, plastic box, but inside you would put your phone, and I'm holding my phone right now, so I can't put it in there, but let me just put my mask in there. Or actually, that's what I said in the last video. I didn't say phone, I said my mask. Because right now, so I'm in the middle of making washable masks and donating them to the hospital and eventually to all the essential workers that are exposed to stuff every day. So anyway, so I put anything in here that can fit in here, and you can see on here it says 5 minutes is red, green is 10, and then blue is 15. So that's how long it'll run. And so what, if you're not familiar with these things, on the side panel here, oops, there are UV lights that turn on when you press the button. And I can't show it to you because UV lights are dangerous to look at. It's UVC light, actually, because it's killing the germs. So if you were to look at it, it'd be bad for your eyes, like looking at the sun. Anyway, and there's like these little raised things on here because you don't want it flat against the surface, because the light needs to actually shine on the parts of the object in order to kill it. So if there's a part that's not exposed to light, if you think of it like a suntan, you know, you're not going to get tan if the light's not touching your skin, so or shining on your skin, I should say. So anyway, so I stick this in here, and obviously some of it's not going to get the light shining on it, so then we flip it over. So you just close it, and then, oh, I don't have it plugged in. Sorry, didn't think of that before I started this video, and it's live, so sorry. I will edit this later. But anyway, so you plug it in. It's got this little USB cord. So I'm going to plug that in down here. And now you can see the light is on, so it defaults to the red. And I'm just going to go with the red for now. So you hit the button and it starts blinking. When it stops blinking, that means it's done. But if you do open it, like you realize, oh, like you put your phone in there and then you need to make a phone call or whatever. Or let's say I have to go and I need my mask. And I don't have time to wait 5 minutes. Then I could just open it, it'll stop blinking, and I can just take out my thing, okay? Now, it does have a plug-in here for your phone, but they did not design this well, and I called the manufacturer and told them that. Because if you go to, so this is made for your phone to charge while it's in here, but when I plug it in and I try to close the lid, it will not close all the way, and therefore the machine will not turn on. Unless you, like I put something heavy on here to force it closed, but that's not good because my cord eventually is going to get messed up, you know, because it's pressing on it too hard. So anyway, so it only takes 5 to 15 minutes anyway, so I think you can do without your phone and just charge it the normal way. So anyway, so you stick this in here. It's like you would flip it around, you know, and do it for another 5 to 15 minutes. And then you can, oh, so I did on the next one. So if you decide you don't want that, then you can just hit it again, and then it cycles through. So that's how that works. So pretty simple. I bought mine at Walmart, actually. I was surprised that they had it there. Um, Actually, I was like checking out buying something else, and then I saw it on the what do you call it? The display stand with a whole bunch of other as seen on TV products. So this one is actually made by Zero Germ. I tried to look it up on Amazon. They don't sell on Amazon. They do have other ones that are similar, but they cost more. They're like anywhere from, I think, $40 on up to like $100. Um, and those other ones have like a little nicer design, but I mean, in terms of getting the job done, all that matters is that the UV lights work. So, and I actually like tried to peek in there to make sure they were working, because it's like, well, how do you know it's working other than the light blinking? So, but I was able to kind of tell that I saw like light going on and off. It's like your refrigerator light, you know, it doesn't go, well, the refrigerator goes off when you open it. So it's kind of the opposite. Anyway, you know what I mean. If you don't, then leave a comment and I will explain in the next video. Second thing is the mask, which I put in here. So, in case you don't already know, the mask, so I wear a mask not to try to prevent from getting sick per se from a virus, because if you've done any research on it, they say, you know, the virus can go through these masks. The N95 is the one where it can't go through, but that one's really expensive and hard to get by. There's not many. Actually, you can't, as a consumer, get it. You have to be in the medical industry, I believe. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But the reason I wear it is to catch my own cough or sneeze, because sometimes it comes all of a sudden, or I have something in my hands, and I don't like going in my sleeve like that, because, I mean, what if somebody comes up and like taps me on the arm right where I just coughed or sneezed? So now they've got it on their hand. They should be washing their hands anyway, but you never know. Then they might go to scratch their eye, and now they've got it in their eye. So anyway, I would rather have the mask to catch that. It's also, I originally started wearing a mask about a year or two ago when I got into this area, because it's really dusty and windy sometimes. And I noticed that when I've been out on a dusty, windy day, that like the next day or the day after that, I would start to feel this sinus pressure, and I would keep on getting worse and worse and become a sinus headache. And so I realized that, you know, my sinuses were getting inflamed, and it was causing that discomfort because there was dust or something in there that my body didn't like, and so it was trying to get rid of it. So I realized, well, maybe I can prevent the dust from going in my nose by wearing a mask, you know, as much as possible. Now, and I try to limit my exposure into the wind, you know, try not, if I have to walk the dogs, then make it a short walk, or don't walk them at all during the windy part of the day. So anyway, so that's the main reason why I wear this, is to keep my sinuses from getting inflamed by dust or pollen or whatever it is that I might be sensitive to. I don't know. I never got tested. So these days I feel like, you know, it makes sense to wear the mask all the time when I go out, or if I'm around other people that I don't want to get sick, you know, because just in case I might be a carrier, because I think I have a really strong immune system. So I don't know, when I feel like this congestion, is it, like I said, my problem with just dust or allergens, or could it be that I caught the virus and my body fought it off and now I'm like immune to it, but I'm carrying it, and I could potentially give it to somebody if I were to, you know, talk, and little droplets in my breath go to them and then they inhale it, you know. So that's the thing to be concerned about now. So I want to make enough masks for myself eventually, so that I could wear a fresh one every day. So kind of like underwear or clothes or whatever you want to think about it, you know. So wear one and then throw it in the laundry, and then have another one for the next time. So right now I'm just on a mission to make as many masks as I can for everyone that's out there every day working, at least so they have one. And hopefully, I know there's a lot of people that I've seen on Facebook and on YouTube making masks. So I think, if there's enough of us helping in the effort, those that have sewing machines can sew, those that don't can help with cutting and, all the prep work that goes into it, making the pleats. So cutting it and making the pleats, I think is the most time consuming. And if you put a little wire, or not wire, what do you call it? Piece of metal in here, that also, takes time. Um, so anyway, if you can help with that in any way that you can, even just like buying the supplies and giving it to people, or you could be like a delivery driver, people that are prepping the supplies, then it would be nice to have someone to then distribute those supplies to people that have the sewing machines or are willing to help with any part of the assembly of it, or bringing it to people that need it. There's so much that each of us can do. Unless you're, disabled or you're a person that's at risk, then you probably don't want to, be handling these supplies if we're not sure, like, how clean they are. Once the masks are made, then, they should be washed before they're given to somebody that needs to use them, because even though, I've been careful to wash my hands before I handle it, and I was wearing gloves while I was making them, but then that kind of is hard to like pin things when you've got gloves on. Um, so, and when we bring it to the hospital, they wash it anyway. So, and then you can always put it in your handy dandy sanitizer thing. So, and I think hospitals are starting to use the UVC light to sterilize. Well, actually, they use an autoclave, which is like something that makes it really, really hot to sterilize their surgical instruments. So maybe they can do the same with these masks as well. So depending on if they're able to withstand that kind of heat. So anyway, I am going to go now because I got to go help people with making masks. So have a blessed day, and I will see you soon, whether it be somewhere here on earth or up in heaven. Aloha.